Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you to the 110th Annual General Meeting of your company. As we gather today, new hopes are being rekindled as the economy recovers from the depths of the second wave, even though increasing caseloads are causing concern. Undoubtedly, it will take a while to heal the scars inflicted by the successive waves. The events of the past few months have caused unimaginable grief for many who have lost family members, close friends, and valued colleagues. In their memory, may I request you to observe a minute of silence as we pray for their eternal peace. Thank you. Good morning to all of you who have joined the 110th Annual General Meeting of your company. I have once again great pleasure in welcoming you. In view of the continued need for social distancing due to the COVID-19 pandemic, this AGM is being held through electronic mode in conformity with the regulatory provisions and the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Government of India. I would like to inform that the company has taken necessary steps to ensure that the members are able to attend and vote at this AGM in a seamless manner. I have been advised by the company secretary that the requisite quorum is present. I therefore declare the meeting open. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to introduce you to my colleagues on the board who are attending this meeting from different locations. I will start in alphabetical order with Mr. Nakul Anand. Mr. Anand is a whole-time director of your company attending this meeting from Gurugram. Next is Mr. Sheel Bhadra Banerjee, an independent director and chairman of the Nomination and Compensation Committee attending this meeting from Faridabad. Mr. Hemant Bhargava is a non-executive director, is attending from Mumbai. Mr. Arun Duggal is an independent director and chairman of the audit committee attending from Kasauli. Mr. Sunil Bihari Mathur, an independent director, is attending the meeting from New Delhi. I would like to inform that this is the last AGM for Mr. Mathur, as he will be completing his term on the 14th September 2021 after serving on the board for over 16 years. I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of everyone present here to acknowledge Mr. Mathur's valuable contribution to your company. Next is Mr. Anand Naik, who is an independent director and chairman of the Security Holders Relationship Committee, attending this meeting from Bengaluru. Mrs. Nirupama Rao, an independent director, is attending the meeting from Bengaluru. Next is Mr. Ajit Seth, who is attending from New Delhi and is an independent director of your company. Mrs. Meera Shankar, also an independent director, is attending the meeting from New Delhi. Mr. David Simpson, a non-executive director of your company, is attending this meeting from New Hampshire, USA. Next is Mr. Sumant Bhargavan, a whole-time director of your company, attending from Kolkata. Lastly, Mr. Rajiv Tandon, a whole-time director of your company, is also attending the meeting from Kolkata. Mr. Rajendra Kumar Singhi, Company Secretary, is attending the meeting from Kolkata. I'd like to mention that since the last AGM, Mr. Atul Jairat has stepped down from the board of your company with effect from 1st May 2021. I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of everyone present here to acknowledge his contribution to your company. Authorized representatives of Messrs. SRBC and Company LLP, statutory auditors, and Messrs. Vinod Kothari and Company, secretarial auditors of the company, are also attending the meeting from Mumbai and Kolkata respectively. The register of directors and key managerial personnel and their shareholding, the register of contracts and arrangements, and the certificate from the statutory auditors in respect of the company's employee stock option schemes as required are available for inspection through electronic mode during the AGM. Members desiring to inspect these documents are requested to send an email to the company secretary at the designated email address provided in the AGM notice. As is customary, I will now present my annual address on the theme ITC Next, Reimagining Businesses for a Redefined Future. Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by expressing our deepest gratitude to all the doctors and healthcare professionals across the country for the extraordinary fortitude displayed in serving humanity during these trying times. It has been immensely reassuring to see society rise as one to lend its shoulders to the endeavors made by the central and state governments to address the colossal challenge. Unprecedented efforts were witnessed as the country rallied together to provide crucial support in augmenting oxygen supplies, ramping up healthcare infrastructure, and extending relief to the vulnerable. The government's endeavors to accelerate vaccination brings optimism for the future. This undoubtedly is most critical to restore normalcy, and collectively, all efforts must be made to increase the pace. The crisis, however, is far from over. The distress caused by the pandemic continues to be of concern for lives and livelihoods as well as for economic growth. Despite near-term uncertainties, the Indian economy holds immense promise. The visionary budget, which announced path-breaking reforms, enhanced capital expenditure, and heightened spends on agriculture, will over time foster competitiveness and spur economic activity. While the disruptions caused by the pandemic initially impacted some segments of our businesses, such as cigarettes, hotels, and education and stationery products, your company pivoted smartly to address the dynamic operating environment with speed, agility, and staged a resilient recovery during the latter part of the year. The FMCG businesses, with its robust portfolio and innovative offerings in food, health, and hygiene products, delivered industry-leading performance. Gross revenue and profit after tax for FY21 stood at rupees 48,000 crores and rupees 13,000 crores respectively. In a way, the pandemic stress-tested and validated the robustness of the strategy reset and structural interventions that your company had embarked upon in recent years to sharpen competitiveness and shape a new future. Your company's resilient performance is a testimony to the untiring efforts of our talented pool of dedicated professionals, associates, and partners who left no stone unturned to bounce back from the crisis despite all adversity. It is with this grit and determination that enabled your company to resume operations in over 180 manufacturing locations and 85% of distribution network within a span of 10 days following the initial lockdown in March 2020. From the workers on the shop floor to the scientists in our labs to the salespersons in the market, the sentiment prevailing was that of putting nation first. I'm sure all of you will join me in applauding them. During the second wave, the localized lockdowns and restrictions once again posed challenges. The recovery over the last couple of months is encouraging. though the possibility of subsequent waves creates near-term uncertainties. Your company will constantly monitor and proactively address these dynamic changes with agility. Undoubtedly, the pandemic has reinforced the need to build back better and collectively create a world that is greener, more sustainable, and inclusive. Your company has always championed this purpose and embedded sustainability in core business strategy. Raising the bar further, your company has embarked on Sustainability 2.0, an ambitious and bold agenda to contribute even more meaningfully to a better tomorrow. Before I dwell on some of the strategic aspects of our journey ahead, I'd like to share with you a snapshot of your company's contribution to supporting society during the pandemic. Your company's commitment to contribute to national priorities inspired our efforts in combating the impact of the pandemic on society. As the first wave hit the country, your company set up a COVID contingency fund of rupees 215 crores to support the vulnerable. Essential food and hygiene products were speedily distributed in 25 states and union territories. The severity of the second wave put untold pressure on the availability of oxygen and on medical infrastructure. Your company was amongst the first to initiate the airlifting of 24 cryogenic containers to ease the bottlenecks in transporting oxygen. ITC also sourced more than 1,200 concentrators and 22 oxygen generators to help enhance healthcare infrastructure. Addressing this critical need, your company also helped set up 3 temporary medical facilities with 600 beds in record time in West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh, and Bihar. In addition, ITC's paperboards units in Bhadrachalam stepped in to produce and supply medical oxygen to government hospitals in Telangana. To ensure the well-being of your company's human resources, nearly 100% of eligible employees have been vaccinated with at least 1 dose. We are also extending this assistance to our partners and communities in the ecosystem. The pandemic also reinforced the urgent need for quality healthcare services in rural India. Addressing this crucial requirement, I am happy to announce today that your company is progressively launching an integrated rural healthcare program as part of our social initiatives. The community-based rural healthcare initiative envisaged as a phygital model will provide comprehensive on-site primary and secondary healthcare facilities together with telemedicine services. An unfortunate fallout of the pandemic was the loss of livelihoods. Redoubling our efforts to assist in creating livelihoods and developing community assets, ITC facilitated daily wage earners access MG Narega scheme. This helped generate 55 lakh person days of work in nearly 2,500 villages, including the building of over 5,600 crucial water harvesting structures. Even as these interventions were carried out to help society deal with the crisis, unprecedented transformation took place in the business environment, redefining the future in more ways than one. The pandemic fast-tracked the future into the present in ways unimagined. The Black Swan event accentuated the undercurrents of digital and sustainability as predominant megatrends. The rapid development and rollout of vaccines demonstrated the power of science and technologies to develop and implement new solutions rapidly. The world is redefining a new normal. And the next horizon is ever evolving, shaped by constant breakthroughs in technology, innovation, escalating sustainability crisis, as well as the geopolitical realignments. Increasing digital adoption is also scripting new social ecosystems. How people work, get educated, engage, buy and sell products and services, seek entertainment, form new cohorts and social groups have fundamentally changed. The future will no doubt be an evolving hybrid. As society forges ahead, it is important that technology and the digital revolution also foster inclusive and sustainable growth, else social inequity will only accentuate. An example of bridging this digital divide lies in the innovative way your company enhanced capacity of farmers during the pandemic. Digital training programs were leveraged through customized apps together with the formation of more than 4,800 WhatsApp groups in 5,000 villages, building capacity of 3.8 lakh farmers to achieve the objective of your company's collaborative initiative with Niti Aayog in 27 aspirational districts. Cumulatively, over 25 lakh farmers have been trained so far, raising farmer incomes by nearly 60% for select crops in the Kharif 2020 season. Even as these mega trends define a new tomorrow, the future of the planet is gravely threatened by the twin challenges of climate change and livelihood generation. Never before has the world witnessed such an alarming frequency of extreme weather events. Experts predict that heat waves will become more intense in India, with wheat yields dropping by 50% in some areas by 2050. Reports also suggest that 21 major cities will run out of groundwater by the end of this decade. The enormous task of providing gainful employment to the millions entering the job market has also got aggravated by the pandemic. By 2050, world population will cross 9 billion. Providing food security with finite land and depleting natural resources will be a formidable task. I firmly believe that regenerative agriculture with replenishment of natural resources can help ensure food security, strengthen climate resilience, and create substantial livelihood opportunities. There is also enormous potential to develop the employment-intensive food and wood value chains as well as the tourism sector in India. We are clearly at an inflection point in history today, which calls for a paradigm shift in crafting new economic models that innovatively integrate environmental stewardship and livelihood generation as core outcomes. I believe it is crucially important today to usher in a new era of responsible capitalism. Corporates are indeed uniquely placed to bring about such transformational change in society. Enterprises of tomorrow will not only have to be agile, consumer-centric, innovative, and digital first, but also purpose-driven and responsibly competitive. As the world embraces a new era of responsible capitalism, your company's presence across the three sectors of the economy and our bolder Sustainability 2.0 vision will enable us to make a multidimensional contribution to societal value creation. It is in this background that I now present to you the broad contours of ITC Next, the future horizon of your company that we will continue to pursue to create enduring value for our stakeholders. An extensive strategy reset has been undertaken to architect the structural drivers that will power ITC's next horizon of growth and ensure that the enterprise remains future-oriented, consumer-centric, and nimble. Each of your company's businesses has pivoted to create new frontiers for the future with enhanced competitiveness as well as sharper focus on cost management to strengthen leadership or rapidly attain top positions in case of newer segments. This is reflected in your company's resilient performance last year, despite the disruptions, as well as in the 3 years prior to the pandemic, with EPS growing by 47%, return on segment capital employed also moved up from 61 to 72% in the same period. As a core element of ITC's strategy next, your company will continue to explore opportunities to craft disruptive business models anchored at the intersection of digital and sustainability, the two defining trends in the new normal, leveraging its institutional strength. Let me highlight some of the contours of the ITC Next strategy. At ITC, we recognize that enterprises must possess distinctive digital capabilities to win the future. Your company is therefore pursuing an accelerated journey to build a dynamic future tech enterprise by investing in cutting-edge digital technologies to shape a new paradigm of competitiveness, create innovative business models, and tap newer opportunities. Your company's digital transformation is being built on a foundation of an agile, digital-first culture. New frontiers are being explored across the entire value chain ecosystem to add significant impetus to digital marketing, digital commerce, digital products, and digital operations. A smart ecosystem with an integrated real-time operations platform continues to be deployed across the organization, enabling next-generation supply chains and smart manufacturing with digitally enabled factories. Multidimensional digital interventions are being implemented to assure higher order efficiencies, heightened impact, and faster go-to-market. These include Project Astra for smart sourcing, the ITC One supply chain for smart logistics across businesses, Project Manthan for Industry 4.0 implementation in manufacturing, as well as customized apps such as Unnati and Viru to facilitate digital ordering and trade engagement. Today's new age consumers are digital natives with extensive engagement in social and e-commerce platforms. Recognizing the need to engage deeply with consumers, your company established state-of-the-art marketing command centers called 6 Sense in Bangalore and Kolkata. The center plays a critical role in identifying emerging trends in real time, enabling your company to speedily launch differentiated products as also creatively engage with consumers. As a vibrant content factory, the center has generated more than 2,000 moment marketing ideas, leading to campaigns with over 1 billion impressions. Your company fast-tracked its journey on e-commerce, anticipating the surge in demand for contactless shopping and home delivery. Sales through e-commerce channels have more than doubled during the year. ITC also strengthened its direct-to-consumer platform, ITC eStore, reaching consumers in 11 metros. The ITC eStore, currently comprising 800 products across 45 categories, provides a single platform to showcase the wide array of ITC's products, besides enabling micro-trend spotting and gaining valuable consumer insights. Your company is also progressively introducing more digital-first brand to leverage the growing e-commerce space. During the pandemic, some of your company's premium brands such as Dermafeek and Fiamma were repositioned as digital-first brands, receiving encouraging consumer response. Your company's digital platforms like the Mangaldeep app have also received immense appreciation with over 1 million downloads. During the pandemic, when devotees, especially elders, could not visit temples, Mangaldeep initiated a first of its kind live digital pujas with large participation. In addition, ClassmateShop.com offered mass personalization of notebook covers as a first to market initiative. I firmly believe that your company's young professionals can be a driving force in its digital transformation journey. We have accordingly set up a Young Digital Innovators Forum mentored by a global thought leader for better ideation and adoption of a digital-first culture. This will be guided by a DigiNext Council comprising your company's distributed leadership to mentor, cross-fertilize, and identify opportunities to scale up. I will now turn to some of the strategic interventions taken in different businesses. It has been your company's unwavering focus to build a formidable FMCG business at scale. Your company's high-quality brands have today garnered consumer spends of over 22,000 crores and delight more than 150 million households. This also makes ITC one of the largest incubators of world-class Indian brands. It is indeed satisfying that several of your company's FMCG brands have achieved leadership positions. These trademarks build intellectual capital for India, besides anchoring inclusive rural value chains, retaining and multiplying larger value in the economy in the true spirit of Atmanirbhar Bharat. In the journey to the next horizon, several strategic interventions are being executed to achieve sustained competitive and profitable growth. Accordingly, the FMCG portfolio has been revitalized to make it future ready, address emerging trends, and develop categories of the future. Business segments that were incongruent to our growth aspirations, such as the lifestyle retailing business, have been shrunk. While existing growth platforms comprising mega brands will be scaled up and fortified, new platforms, whether developed or acquired, will be nurtured to power growth across horizons. The overarching strategy for new platforms of innovative products is to first validate the concept and business model in select beachheads, then progressively scale up segments, creating new vectors of growth for the future. For example, recognizing the undercurrents of hygiene and naturals, your company acquired Savlon, a brand with latent germ protection equity, and Nimile, a neem-based natural floor cleaner. Since then, Savlon has progressively grown 13x and Nimile by nearly 4x. To address the evolving consumer needs for a wide variety of healthy, tasty, and preservative-free snacks, your company launched a delectable range of frozen snacks under the ITC MasterChef brand, leveraging the cuisine expertise resident in ITC hotels, with availability being extended to over 100 new markets. As consumers exercise increasing preference for trusted brands, your company's purpose-led brands such as Ashirwad and Sunfeast, among others, are well poised to address market opportunities. Ashirwad, for example, a strong center of plate brand, provides a platform for a larger play in staples and also address value-added adjacencies such as organic atta and pulses, gluten-free and sugar release control atta, as well as vermicelli and instant meals. These purposeful brands anchor large categories and have immense headroom to grow given the relatively lower household penetration currently, and particularly with per capita incomes rising in the future. Sustained investments to drive innovation and accessibility will continue to fuel growth and enhance market standing. Innovation has powered the growth of your company's world-class Indian brands, enabling superior consumer delight. Your company's Life Sciences and Technology Center has recently been acknowledged as one of the leading and largest innovation centers in India, with strong presence in nutrition, health and well-being, plant breeding, genetics, microbiology, genomics, and proteomics. ITC LSTC has established futuristic centers of excellence in biosciences, agri-sciences, and materials, amongst others, leading to several innovations and first-to-market products. In recent years, your company has invested in the development of future-ready platforms in areas aligned to market opportunities, enabling agile and purposeful innovation. During the pandemic, these specialized platforms were put to test and demonstrated encouraging results. A case in point is the health and hygiene platform of Savlon that enabled the launch of several first-to-market products. The Savlon portfolio was first expanded with surface and fabric disinfectants, progressing to wipes and masks as mobility increased, and subsequently to moisturizing sanitizer in tandem with emerging consumer needs. Similarly, the foods portfolio was reinforced with the vectors of wellness and immunity manifest in innovative products like the Be Natural immunity juices. LST's platform-based R&D was pivotal in enabling your company to launch 120 products to meet emerging preferences to address many Indias as well as different channel dynamics. Your company's integrated end-to-end distribution platform has been leveraged to widen and deepen the route to market through a robust multi-channel network that also caters to specialized segments, including climate-controlled infrastructure for frozen snacks, B2B channels for food services, as well as e-commerce. Your company continues to scale up market, outlet, and stockist coverage to drive penetration-led growth, effectively service emergent demand, and sharply target rural market. To create structural advantages and drive enhanced competitiveness of your company's FMCG businesses, 5 state-of-art integrated consumer goods manufacturing facilities have been recently set up, taking the total to 9 such mega units. This distributed manufacturing footprint enables economies of scale and scope, optimizes cost, and ensures superior market servicing and freshness. These world-class factories enable higher order operational efficiencies, are being progressively integrated with automated warehouse as well as local agri-value chains to support crop development and procurement, thereby benefiting farmers. With higher levels of capacity utilization, your company will realize the full benefits of these investments and drive enhanced competitiveness of the FMCG businesses over time. As part of the Next Horizon vision, your company is proactively exploring inorganic opportunities. This was manifest in the earlier acquisition of Savlon and Nimail brands, and more recently of Sunrise Foods Private Limited. A clear market leader in Eastern India, Sunrise has a brand legacy of over 70 years. This acquisition will enable ITC to address the growing opportunities in branded spices in under-penetrated markets. Your company will continue to evaluate such value-accretive inorganic opportunities as an additional pillar of growth. Winning organization must remain consumer-centric and nimble even as the portfolio expands over time. A new strategy of organization has been put in place, for example, in the foods business. Empowered and integrated teams have been formed to focus on specific product markets, enabling enhanced consumer centricity and agility whilst providing undiluted attention to each segment. During the last 4 years, FMCG segment EBITDA margins improved considerably by 640 basis points, whilst revenue increased from around rupees 10,500 crores to nearly 15,000 crores. In the year gone by, ITC's FMCG revenue recorded an industry-leading growth of about 16% on a comparable basis. Your company continues to be bullish about the Indian consumer space. Accordingly, sustained investments are being made to build and strengthen ITC's world-class Indian brands, which will derive fresh impetus from the strategic revitalization of the FMCG businesses, as well as the synergies of ITC's institutional strength to realize our aspiration to be India's #1 FMCG company. Your company sustained its leadership position in the cigarette industry by nurturing a portfolio of world-class products anchored on a robust innovation pipeline, superior product development capabilities, world-class manufacturing, and best-in-class execution capabilities. The business was severely impacted by the disruptions last year, though a smart recovery was staged to nearly pre-COVID levels towards the end of the year. With the onset of the second wave, the business was again impacted by localized lockdowns and restrictions. However, the week-on-week improvement in market conditions consequent to easing of restrictions augurs well for a pickup in the recovery momentum. Your company's agri-business is synonymous with the Indian agriculture landscape. Today, the business sources 3 million tons of agri-commodities from more than 20 crop value chain clusters in 22 states. The business also provides a unique source of competitive advantage to ITC Foods with superior sourcing strengths encompassing quality, consistency, traceability, and product safety. Your company's world-class Indian brands also anchor a wide range of agri-value chains benefiting farmers across the country. India's potential in agriculture is immense, given its leadership in production of several crops supported by rich and diverse agroclimatic conditions and established scientific institutions. Experts have assessed that India's agri-exports, which currently accounts for nearly 2.5% of global share, can be doubled over time. To realize this potential, it is critical to strengthen the competitiveness of agri-value chains in areas aligned to global demand and where the country possesses inherent advantages. This calls for a transformation of the agri-ecosystem from the conventional production-centric supply chains to demand-responsive value chains anchored by market players. Agri-exports constitute 56% of your company's aggregate forex earnings of USD 7.3 billion over the last 10 years, effectively linking small farmers to international markets, contributing to the rural economy and the government's endeavor to double farmer incomes. Your company's agribusiness has recently embarked on its next phase of transformation, anchored on next generation agriculture and accelerated value addition to build yet another pillar of growth. Accordingly, a new vertical has been created in the business. The objective is to foster demand-responsive value chains, promote climate-smart agriculture, and digitally empower farmers. Your company is working with farmers to develop robust models for value-added segments such as food-safe IPM spices, organic mango pulp traceable to farms, specialty coffee certified for fair trade, end-use specific wheat flours, and so on. The customized crop development program with farmers in Madhya Pradesh aimed at deepening expertise in medicinal and aromatic plants has also been expanded. Many of these models have been validated and will be scaled up over time. Going forward, your company proposes to foster inclusive agri-value chains through nearly 4,000 FPOs, benefiting around 10 million farmers across multiple crop clusters. To bring the power of cutting-edge digital technologies and unlock the potential of India's small farmers, I am happy to announce that your company will launch a super app during the year called ITC Mars, or Meta Market for Advanced Agriculture and Rural Services. ITC Mars will lend new wings to ITC eChopal and create a robust phygital ecosystem to deliver seamless customized solutions to farmers anchored by FPOs whilst creating new revenue streams, strengthening sourcing efficiencies, and powering your company's world-class Indian brands. Leveraging cutting-edge technologies, ITC Mars will offer a full complement of agriculture solutions, while its microservices structure will enable plug-in by a range of agtech solutions. This comprehensive suite encompasses hyperlocal services, AI-based personalized advisories, as well as online marketplaces. Some pilots at scale on an integrated chili value chain initiated in Andhra Pradesh have validated the concept and benefited farmers with an additional income of 26% in the ongoing season. Leveraging the institutional capabilities of its leaf tobacco business, as well as the century-old farmer linkages, the company has set up a subsidiary, ITC Indivision Limited, to manufacture and export nicotine and nicotine derivative products for the US and EU markets. The objective is to manufacture the purest nicotine conforming to the stringent US and EU pharmacopoeia standards. This initiative will leverage ITC's strengths in sustainable sourcing, traceability, and custody of its supply chain. Your company's paperboard, paper, and packaging business is a market leader and has made significant progress in recent strategic investments in areas such as pulp import substitution, proactive capacity addition in value-added paperboards, as well as in extensive use of Industry 4.0 to drive a new paradigm of quality and efficiency. The paperboards business derives unique competitive strengths from its integrated business model that encompasses a secure and renewable fiber chain, as well as one-stop packaging solution provider. Your company has spearheaded an afforestation program which has greened over 875,000 acres, supporting 160 million person days of employment, besides enabling large-scale import substitution. Moving to the next horizon, the business is pioneering a planet-friendly initiative through innovative fiber-based solutions, including molded fiber technologies for specialized packaging, leveraging its existing proprietary R&D platforms and global collaborations. The business has launched a sustainable packaging portfolio comprising recyclable paperboards under the Philo and Omega series to substitute single-use plastics. This segment offers immense opportunities with global biodegradable packaging market estimated to grow to nearly US $121 billion by 2025. Your company has over the years built a footprint of iconic hospitality properties, which are globally acknowledged for service excellence and superior cuisine offerings. While the hotels business was the most impacted by the pandemic, this period also gave us the opportunity to reimagine the business model and emerge stronger. Structural interventions were put in place to enable new revenue streams together with aggressive cost management, both at the strategic and tactical level. Innovative offerings such as the gourmet couch, at-home fine dining experiences have gained popularity, while other unique out-of-home cuisine services are being piloted. These initiatives will further enhance your company's service excellence and operational efficiencies. The business raised the bar on safety by swiftly re-engineering operating protocols with a contactless service design to reassure guests of best-in-class safety and hygiene standards. An industry-defining program titled Reassure, designed with medical professionals and disinfectant experts, was accorded a first-of-its-kind global platinum-level certification by DNV. The ITC Next Horizon for the hotels business is premised on pursuing an asset-right strategy while simultaneously leveraging ITC's world-class properties to drive growth. Accordingly, the Welcome Hotel brand has been refreshed, receiving encouraging interest from property owners, while a new boutique brand, Christian the Story, is being introduced to offer the new age traveler curated nature experiences. The business is well poised to leverage the emerging opportunities as mobility increases in the future. In the medium term, the asset right strategy is expected to double the number of properties in your company's hotels business. As stated earlier, your company will continue to examine alternate structures in this segment in line with industry recovery dynamics and opportunities for value creation. Your company's wholly owned subsidiary, ITC Infotech, has delivered impressive performance in recent years on the back of structural changes and a new leadership team that is sharply focused on chosen domains of growth. Robust revenue growth and best-in-class operating margins have led to the doubling of net profits in FY21. Leveraging its expertise in digital technologies and automation, the company has positioned itself as an effective technology partner delivering superior business-friendly solutions. As the world increasingly leverages digital as a core strategy, ITC Infotech is well positioned to seize the emerging opportunities as well as provide ITC with cutting-edge solutions. The pandemic has brought to the fore the critical need to address sustainability challenges as we collectively resolve to build back better. While India has made commendable progress in its commitments for the nationally determined contributions, collective efforts can lead to even more significant outcomes. Your company's multi-dimensional initiatives are geared to address several of the nation's sustainability imperatives through a bold and ambitious Sustainability 2.0 vision that aims to build back better, effectively manage climate risks, and further strengthen our superior ESG performance. Sustainability 2.0 calls for inclusive strategy that can support livelihoods, pursue newer pathways to fight climate change, and enable transition to a net zero economy to create an effective circular economy for post-consumer packaging waste. I'm sure as valued shareholders, you will draw immense pride from the fact that your company is the only enterprise in the world to have achieved the distinction of being water positive, carbon positive, and solid waste recycling positive for over a decade. Despite a growing manufacturing footprint, over 41% of the company's total energy consumption is from renewable sources. As many as 33 green buildings have received platinum certification, which also includes several iconic luxury properties and the world's first certified data center. ITC Windsor in Bengaluru recently became the first luxury hotel in the world to achieve a LEED Zero carbon certification. As part of Sustainability 2.0 vision and to contribute to the global fight against climate change, your company will, by 2030, enhance the renewable energy usage to 50%, meet 100% of electricity requirements from renewable sources, significantly reduce GHG intensity, and enhance sequestration. Your company draws immense encouragement from the transformation achieved through its social investments program. ITC's businesses support over 6 million sustainable livelihoods. Addressing the critical problem of water stress, ITC has spearheaded an extensive watershed development program covering over 1.2 million acres. A focused initiative for demand-side management has led to water savings of 25 to 40% in 7 crops, contributing meaningfully to the Honorable Prime Minister's vision in promoting more crop per drop. Your company's Sustainability 2.0 agenda will strive to create rainwater harvesting potential equivalent to over 5 times the net water consumption and bring in substantial demand-side efficiency by 2030. It is a matter of immense pride that your company's paperboard unit in Kauai is the first paper mill in the world to achieve the highest platinum rating under the Alliance for Water Stewardship standards. ITC intends to certify all sites in high-stressed areas according to the stringent international standards by 2035. Several other initiatives encompassing biodiversity, sustainable agriculture, women empowerment, women and childcare, vocational training, and primary education have been expanded, yielding encouraging results. To amplify impact, more than 83 public-private partnerships have been established. in areas like water stewardship, sustainable agriculture, and solid waste management. The Climate Smart Agriculture Initiative, aimed at building climate resilience of farmers, has covered over 2.5 lakh farmers across 8,000 villages. A pilot at scale has reduced GHG emissions of select crops by 47%, whilst enhancing returns to farmers between 41 to 87%. The Climate Smart Agriculture Initiative will be progressively extended to cover 3 million acres by 2030. Your company is committed to reviving and sustaining ecosystem services through adoption of nature-based solutions and biodiversity conservation, covering over 250,000 acres by 2030. This overarching aspiration of Sustainability 2.0 is to support livelihood for 10 million people. Your company has implemented industry-leading efforts in promoting a circular economy. The Well-Being Out of Waste program, an end-to-end waste management initiative, currently reaches out to over 1.5 crore citizens, supporting livelihoods for nearly 7,000 waste collectors. The Green Temple initiative for conversion of waste to biogas for kitchens and compost for gardens covers nearly 190 temples and is being expanded. The WOW program will be scaled up over time whilst innovations are being pursued to reduce plastic intensity on packaging. Your company aims to be plastic neutral this year and envisages that 100% of its packaging will be reusable, recyclable, or compostable by 2028. Ladies and gentlemen, your company looks to the future with optimism by drawing enormous strengths from the strategy reset as also the lessons learned in the past few months. Lessons of confronting challenges in uncertain terrains, of pursuing innovations with limited resources, of seeking new avenues to keep operations running in constrained circumstances, of forging new collaborations in trying times, and bouncing back with agility. These experiences will be invaluable as we move purposefully in our journey to shape a stronger and exemplary institution of national pride. I'd like to once again, on behalf of the board and on my own, express our deepest appreciation for Team ITC and our partners for their tremendous efforts in braving the new normal amidst every adversity. ITC is humbled by the opportunity to contribute meaningfully to national development in multidimensional ways. In this quest, your company's credo of Nation First, Sab Saath Bade continues to be a powerful force of inspiration and a guiding beacon. As I conclude, I would like to once again thank you, our valued shareholders, on behalf of the board for your continued support and goodwill. Let me take this opportunity to wish you and your families the very best for a safer and healthier tomorrow. I would also urge you to continue following all precautions, be it proper usage of masks, safe distancing, or other hygiene protocols. These are the steps that we can and must take to contribute to this fight against the pandemic. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.